There we go. Hello there, my crafty friends. Welcome to a Facebook Live with Daryl Walter of Pickled Peppers Creative Cafe at pickledpepperscreativecafe.com. Hello and happy crafty Thursday. Oh my gosh, how are you guys this week? Other than hot, isn't it really hot? How are you? Happy hot and crafty Thursday. Or as I affectionately like to say, happy Friday Eve. Come on into the cafe. My name is Daryl Walter, and if you didn't know, today, oh, my friend Beth is watching. Hi, Beth. Welcome. Come on in. Oh, you like my shirt. Thank you so much. I love this shirt. It has, can you see this? Floppy sleeves. They're kind of sassy. Let's see if I can get them in there. Kind of sassy. Thank you so much. My friend Anna's watching. Hi, Anna. Happy Friday Eve, you guys. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in and crafting with me today. Tonight, we have a quick Facebook Live. I have a little technical work, you know. I've been having internet challenges and challenges with freezing. So hopefully we're having work done tonight, and hopefully this is it. So welcome. How is everyone? Good? Anyone doing anything crafty today or this weekend? I'm going to chat for just a second and then we'll get started pretty soon. But I'm also going to get my other device going so that I'm able to see what I'm showing you guys tonight. Let's see how the hookup works this time. Let's see if I can get going pretty good. Guess what? Eureka! I can see good. Yay! So I am so excited though. Tonight I have something a little bit different. We're not going to make a card tonight, so aren't you guys excited about that? I have something really quick and cute to share with you, and I think you'll like it. And as always, I hope you'll make it. So why don't we go ahead? Let's get turned down. Do you notice? Did you notice that I'm in a different spot? So I am keeping my fingers crossed. I found a little spot in my house, and I'm hoping that we don't have any glitching tonight and that you're able to see the entire complete video from beginning to end with no distortion. That is my hope. It's why I'm sitting here, but I'm hoping that we get things fixed tonight. So let's go ahead and get turned down and let's start creating, shall we? One moment. Here we go. Okay, let's get us straightened out a little bit. Let's see, find my bearings here. Let's move things out of the way. Okay, I think I'm looking good. Is that good? Give me a thumbs up if I'm straight and you're seeing good. Okay, so tonight I don't have any announcements for you tonight, other than to remind you that, oh my gosh, other than to remind you that we are still in the middle of celebration. So there are goodies to be had if you're shopping. You know that you get free things with celebration. So other than that, no announcements tonight. So we can go ahead and get started with creating. A couple of reminders, just a reminder that everything I use here tonight can be found in my online store, and the link will be in the description above. Also, I love chatting with you while we craft, but oftentimes I am looking at what I'm creating, so I don't always see comments. But if you have questions or comments, make sure to leave them. I love chatting, so I will chat with you while we're creating. But if I miss a comment, make sure to leave it, or if you have a question, leave it in the comments, and I will go back after the live and respond to them all. Also, if you like tonight's projects, don't forget to give a thumbs up, a like, or a love, or share. Any of those things help me tremendously, and they make They make me very happy, for one. It encourages me to continue to come and create with you. It lets me know that you like my time with you as much as I like my time with you, and I love my time with you. So don't forget to do that. And then thank you so much for liking or sharing the video or commenting. I appreciate all of it. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and get started with tonight's project. Super cute. I hope you guys make it. I am going to be using, and I'm focusing on, the cute Halloween 6x6 paper pack. So this is in the new seasonal June or July through December catalog, and I'll show you that in a minute so you'll see where it's at. But let's take a look at this paper, shall we? This paper is so adorbs. I love it. Look at these little ghosts. I am not, since my kids are adults now, and some of them, I have 2 kids. One of them has kids of her own, so I'm a grandma. I don't do nearly as much Halloween as I did when my kids were little. The grands are little, but my granddaughter's 4, so she's getting to be a little bit bigger. So we may start doing a little bit more. But anyways, I couldn't resist the designer series paper because it's so stinking cute. Those little ghosts are cute. Look at these. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and pull this sheet out because this is the one that I'm going to be using tonight. Gives me a chance to use it, but it's so cute. I love the cats in the jack-o'-lanterns. They're so cute, and I love the colors. But here's some more. Actually, let's go ahead and pull it out. I'll worry about putting it away later. That way we get to get a good look at it all. Look at the pink bats. Aren't they cute? Kind of looks like Lilo and Stitch to me. That's what that reminds me of. But then there are some other patterns that, skeleton, spooky house, and of course, you know, there's a back side, and most of them are black, white, and gray. So I love that because you could add it with Highland Heather or, gosh, any color actually you could add it with. Okay, so let's put this aside and let's go ahead. Oh, you know what? I think I need my paper trimmer. We're gonna need the paper trimmer. So let me go ahead and show you in the catalog what that designer series paper coordinates with. It is on page 51. Is this upside down for you? Let's turn this around. So on page 51, the designer series paper coordinates with the cutest Halloween bundle, and it comes with the stamp set. I can't tell if this is upside down for you, so if it is, I apologize. There we go. So it comes with the cutest Halloween bundle, which includes a punch that matches the cat. It matches the ghost and the jack-o'-lantern or the pumpkin. And actually I have these little stars too. But there are tombstone boxes that coordinate with it. Stars that are kind of like sequins, the gingham ribbon, which you guys know I was all over that. I love the gingham. So it comes in a whole little suite, and then the designer series paper that matches as well. That's in the mini catalog. It is on page 51. We are going to make a sweet little box. I actually have some little treats here. We're going to make a candy box, and we're going to put some treats in it. So it's kind of a box bag. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do some measuring. Now, this little box bag works perfectly with 6x6 designer series paper. The thing that you have to know though is if you're using directional paper like I'm using, the sheet is directional, you have to be really careful about the scoring, okay? So the first score line I'm going to make is going to be the bottom of our treat holder or bag, okay? So you're gonna wanna make sure that you have the paper, that you're scoring accordingly. We're going to make a score line across the bottom of the bag, and then this will be the top. And our first score line we're going to make at 1 3/8 of an inch. And then don't worry, I am going to put the directions for the bag in the description above. So when we're done, if you want to make this, you'll be able to make it too. Oh, Anna, was it upside down? Thank you, I just saw that. I will show it to you again. When we're done, I'll show it to you again. And I'll show it right side up. So I'll flip it around so that you're able to see it. Okay, so 1 3/8 of an inch. You guys know that I don't necessarily I like to stick to 1/4 of an inch. But if you need to know where 3/8 of an inch, it's the tallest line between 1/4 of an inch and 1/2 of an inch. So this is where I am aiming. So we're going to score at 1 3/8 of an inch. All the way across, and then we're going to turn counterclockwise, so we're scoring from the bottom towards the top. Now, that having been said, I am going to do a little bit of funky scoring, and the reason, I'll show you how you can do it with your Stampin' Up Stampin' trimmer, but I cannot really see the lines here. So I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to use a stylus. And if you need to cheat a little bit and use a stylus, that's okay as well. But the way that you would do it with your Stampin' trimmer is you would take your trimming blade and you set it, you place it on the measurement that you want to make. Having said that, that'll make sense to you in a minute. So now we're going to score here from the bottom to the top, but the first score line that I make, I only want to score from the bottom to this first score line, okay? I'm going to score at 1 3/8 of an inch, like we made the first mark. And I have a little bit of glare from my light, so there we go. So if you're using your Stampin' trimmer to make this score, you're going to set your blade at 1 3/8 of an inch, but because I can't see that very well, I am simply going to use a stylus to do it. And I'm gonna go right in the groove. I can see it a lot better. So I'll take my stylus. So you see what I've done there? I've only scored to the first score line. Okay, so the second score that we're going to make is at 2 3/4 of an inch, and we're going all the way up with it. So I'm comfortable this time just using my score blade at 2 3/4 of an inch. The next score, we're going to do the same thing. It's at 4 1/8 of an inch. And I'm going to use my stylus again because I can't see very well there. But I can see my stylus when this is open. So once again, 4 1/8, but I'm only going to the score line that I made along the bottom. And then we're done with the stylus, or at least I am. And then the last score mark is at 5 1/2, and it goes the entire length. Did you guys get that? That was some crazy scoring. Just because we're going only up part way. So let's see if you can actually see what we've done. Can you see the score lines there on the bottom? Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our bone folder, and we're going to burnish on the score marks that we've created. So there are 2 longer ones. And then along the bottom, we have the one long score mark that we'd made, and then we have the two short ones, right? So I am actually going to take my finger to get that first short score mark going, and then I'll bring in my bone folder, and then I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll take my fingers and kind of get that short score mark going. And then I'll come in with my bone folder. Okay, did you guys get that so far? All right, now we're going to do just a little bit of cutting. So I'm going to bring in some scissors. Okay, so let me show you this again up close. I'm not sure which side you can see best, so I'll just kind of show you both sides. I think it's easier to see this pattern than it is the black and white, but I'll show you both. So can you see the small rectangle, that skinniest score line that we made? There's a small rectangle right here. We don't need it. Let me show you on the other side. We're gonna take that right out. We don't need that rectangle. So let's go ahead and get rid of it. We'll take it right out. You guys, this is so easy. It may seem intimidating, but it's not. Super, super easy. So you see what we've done? Gotten rid of that small rectangle. And then we're going to cut up to the score line for the other three score marks. Let's get a little closer so you can see. So I'm going to snip here and then snip here, just up to the score line. I don't want to go any further than that. And then we'll snip the last one here. Okay, so you see that? We've created all of these little fingers here. And the very last thing we're going to do on this little flap that we have left where we took away the rectangle, I'm just going to cut this at an angle a little bit freehand. And that's because I want to make sure that when I fold it, I don't have anything hanging over. All right, so that is the most painful part of what we're doing. Let's go ahead and put those aside. And then we need a strong adhesive. So you can use tear and tape, which is a very strong double-sided tape. It comes on a roll. Or you can use the Stampin' Seal Plus. The Stampin' Seal Plus is pretty strong as well. So that's what I'm going to be using. And we want adhesive in two places here. So we're going to want it on the flap here. So let's do that first. We're going to go all the way along the flap. And then I'm going to fold over to this side. So here's our flap. The long score line that we have here that goes all the way from the bottom to the top, if we fold it over, it should catch exactly where it needs to be. Did you see that? What happened there? And then we have like a little pouch going on. You see that? Okay. So next, here's our seam. I am going to add adhesive. I'm going to fold all of the other flaps back. And I'm going to add adhesive only to this flap. And I actually maybe should have applied the adhesive before we closed the bag so I could show you exactly which one needs the adhesive. Okay, and then we'll open. So here's the adhesive. This is going to fold second to the last, all right? So I'm going to kind of take my fingers and open the box, and I'm going to fold, oh, there's our adhesive. So we want to fold this side in, the adhesive side next, and then the remaining. So the two that are opposite each other. That's kind of how we're folding. So we'll fold this one in, we'll fold this one in, and then we'll fold the one in that has the adhesive, and then we'll close the final flap over. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my bone folder just to kind of make sure. I'm gonna stick it down in our little pouch to make sure that we get a good adhesion at the bottom of our bag. All right, so here's what we have so far. Aren't they the cutest? Okay, so next you will need a 1/2-inch punch. You could probably use a regular size hole punch as well. I just happen to like the bigger hole. I don't know why. We're gonna put ribbon through it, and you can use fancier ribbon if you want to. Okay, so I'm going to go down maybe about a 1/2 inch or so, and I'm gonna punch through both layers. There we go, and make a little hole at the top of our bag. You see that? So there's a hole, and then we're going to, you guessed it, remember that gingham ribbon that I showed you that goes with the Halloween bundle, or that suite? Love the gingham. So if you could guess, if you knew me, we'd be using the gingham ribbon. Let's go ahead and get it open. I'm also going to use white twine, baker's twine, which we have in the catalog as well. So let's go ahead and add our ribbon. And you know what? I'm gonna put a couple of ribbons. I am going to use the glittered Organdy ribbon, the black. We have this now too in white. So it's really sparkly. Isn't it beauteous? I'm going to use both these ribbons. Let's just go ahead and cut them the same length. I'll cut a length off, and then I can trim it and make it shorter when I need to. Let's put these aside. Okay. And I'm going to put both lengths of ribbon right through the hole there. And then I'm just going to kind of fold them over and lay them out. And then I'm going to bring in some baker's twine and tie it along the bottom here. Oh no, we have to put our candy in the bag, don't we? I told you I brought treats along. We want to fill the bag before we actually tie it. So let's go ahead and bring in our little treats, our Halloween treats, and we'll just kind of put some in the bag here. Stuff it as full as, actually this is pretty chunky little bag. I'm getting a lot of treats. I think they're all gonna fit in there. Barely, but they're fitting. Kind of stuff it down. That's a little fatter than I want it. Let's take a couple of pieces out. Quite a few little treats are fitting in that bag. Thank you, Julie. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add our ribbon. Now that we've filled our little bag, oh, I want both lengths right through the holes that we made. There we go. And then I'm just going to fold these over and take a length of the twine and tie it in a bow right near the top of the bag so we can close it. See how good I am with this. I have fat fingers, so I'm not exactly so nimble. Okay, Julie, I love this too. Thank you, Michelle. Isn't the paper super cute? Super, super cute. I like it. Julie, I want to see you make this. I want to see you make this little treat holder. Okay, so we'll tie it in a knot here, and then I'll tie it in a bow. That way I'm sure that my twine will stay in place because my fingers are really fat. Kind of pull this apart. You could even use a lot. You could use several ribbons. You could add another ribbon that coordinates if you had it even. Okay, I'll tie a little bow here. Let's see. Come on, little bow, be nice to me. If it wasn't so nice, let's try it again. I don't think I made it all the way around. There we go. All right. Size this up a little bit. Here we go. Thank you, Michelle. I think this is a fun idea, especially like I said, if you don't do lots of Halloween, but you have grandkids like I do, definitely I'll be doing little things like this, but I probably won't go all out for many reasons, but you know, my kids are big now, and it's my grandkids, it's their parents' turn to do all of the work that I used to do for my kids when they were little. All right, and we'll go ahead and trim the ends there. And so there's the top. So here's our little bag. All right, and then we'll do just a little bit of stamping. So any Halloween stamp set you have would be perfect. And if anybody took the retreat with me, thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you, thank you. If anyone took my fall retreat with me last year, our projects or the stamp bundle that we used the banner year. So I just grabbed the banner year because there is Happy Haunting, and that's the stamp that I want to use. In fact, I've already mounted it, and I'm gonna go ahead and use it with Memento Black. So let's grab that. So you may have the stamp set, and then off camera, I made a couple of die cuts using the layering circle. So I should have, because this stamp set is photopolymer, I should have a little cushion in my Stampin' Pierce mat, but it's actually down in my craft room. I didn't bring it down with me. So I am going to stamp this without the cushion, but don't be a Dee. Make sure that you have your Stampin' Pierce mat so that you get a good stamped image. And let's go ahead and attach this to a basic black circle. I use the scallop circle. And then to adhere it, let me see, hopefully I brought Stampin Dimensionals. Oh well, let's go ahead and just use our Stampin' seal. And I'll add a couple of passes here in the center, but you could use Stampin' Dimensionals as well. I would prefer the Dimensionals. And then we'll add the sentiment right to the center, and there we have it. The cutest little candy bag. Isn't that the cutest ever? And so you could make lots of these. I think it's really convenient that the directions are made for a regular 6x6 piece of designer series paper. Thank you guys so much for the hearts and the likes. Thank you, thank you. Isn't it the cutest? So I actually did, in that pack, there is that bat that we talked about that I said looks like Lilo and Stitch, and I just used the Highland Heather and basic white. And you could even use, this is, Tidings and Trimming, I think, Tidings and Trimming, but you could even use it for for your holiday table, your Christmas table, if you had fall. Isn't that cute? So here are 3 that I made to share with you. All right. Okay, you guys, well, thank you so much for allowing me to share with you tonight. I hope that you like this cute little project. Don't forget that I will modify the description above and put the directions up there so that you're able to recreate this cute little project. Even if you had 12 by 12 designer series paper, cut it up into 6 by 6. That way you could get 4 bags from 1 sheet of designer series paper, right? And a couple of punches and some nice cute ribbon, right? All right, let's go ahead and turn up so I can say good night. Hello there, lovely friends. I think we're up. All right. Okay, so I hope that you liked tonight's project. It's super simple, super cute. All you need is cute designer series paper. I did tell you that I was going to show you right side up. I turned up before I had before I remembered to do this, but on page 51, pages 50 and 51, I was going to show you that bundle and everything that comes with it. So I think this is right side up now. That punch is super cute. And then take a good look at those, let's go this way, those boxes. There we go. Isn't that the cutest? And look what they did here. They actually took the boxes and added little chocolates, and they used the designer series paper to cover the little Hershey's miniatures. Cute, 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 right? But then there is our ribbon, the sequins, and the designer series paper. This, and then the bundle here. All right. So I'm glad I remembered to do that. Thank you guys so much for being here with me tonight, for allowing me into your world and allowing me to share with you, giving me my creative mojo. You guys are amazing. Love you, love you. Have a great, great weekend. I hope you're able to craft this weekend. I think I'm going to get lots of crafting in, and I'm going to try and stay cool in the process. You guys do the same. Thank you so much for being here. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll be here next week, same place, same time. Bye, guys.